was like, I would never play you talking about beating on women and hating the cops. But ironically, Iovine in a clip with him and Dre, he started praising Trump. And Dre was like, you know what? I don't really get into all that. I just want to produce art. I'm just art,
Yeah, he
But it's
said.
but what I'm saying is like he's saying that this white lady is too, trash and she's right politic. I mean, Iovine is the same way, literally.
He said he doesn't want hateful people to use his music.
Right.
But listen,
Right. Dr. Dre, MTG gets locked out of Twitter account. Hateful, divisive people can't use my music.
but he working with a hateful white boy who a little bit kinda.
Who? What hateful white boy? Eminem.
Iovine.
Oh,
Probably Eminem too. Iovine literally was praising Trump on the damn.
y'all be looking behind the curtain. I only pay attention to what's on stage.
And I like what is she trying to, what is this kind of trolling? She said, while I appreciate the creative chord progression, I would never play your words of violence against women and police officers and your glorification of the thug life and drugs.
She's not articulate enough to come with that kind of clapback. One of her staffers.
Definitely.
She's not articulate or intelligent enough, because that was a decent clapback. That's a earn your liberation quality jab. That's like something one of us would have came back with. Ain't no way.
I mean,
Marjorie Taylor.
It is unfortunate that she
lasers. This woman is not that. That was a decent clapback.
But I mean, it is unfortunate that she could point out to that obvious contradiction. Never mind the police part, but the the anti-black content that you promote and produce while you're talking about. But this is just my general problem with liberals anyway. It's so easy to be critical of the Marjories in them and the Foxes in them. It's easy to do that while you get points for your very liberal agenda, and to your point, Geach, you end up supporting ultimately very conservative right-wing agenda. By the way, that reminds me of something in the Sam Bank-Run fraud thing that I wanted to. Actually, I'm glad you remember that Sam Bankman-Fried said that he overtly gave most of his money to Democrats because that's just what is more acceptable for his generation, for his hot in the street. But on the low, using dark money very legally, he supported equally the amount equally of the Republicans. So
well, you saw. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, you saw in this most recent voting cycle for the midterm, all the economics came out, and they found that all the progressive corporations,
economy. You said
in the economy, the most progressive corporations said they weren't going to give to Republicans because of abortion and solidarity with women, and because of the attack on trans and other gender non-conforming people, that they went ahead and gave and continued to sneak. So even the multinational corporations were sneaking and giving money to right wingers, and they also said they would no longer give money to any of the supporters, that's politicians that supported the January 6th rebellion, the Dookie rebellion of January 6th. And they found out all the corporations lied, and they broke off all the insurrectionists, pro-abortion, and the homophobic politicians still got donations from these progressive corporations. So it's all a WWE. It's so hard to say. It's WWF type villain, Hulk Hogan versus Iron Sheik type shit going on with these political donations.
Right on. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Iovine them are saying that black culture is the most underutilized asset in America, and him and Dre is going to teach black kids how to hustle and work. So he's doing a good service for us. So I think y'all should honor him for that.
So this is the new Marvel universe or DC universe, where the new formations, right? So you got Jay-Z and Jack Dorsey, you got Dre and Iovine, you got everybody's teaming up with their super white partner.
Eazy-E and Jerry Heller are still banging from heaven. They on the ancestral plane. So just like when Wakanda, you know, so it's even
right
it's
when
even
they
more
take
Marvel.
they take the plant and go into the dream
right.
world.
And
They
then it's
talking to
Jerry
Heller
Heller
and Eazy-E.
yep. So even on dimensional level, it is a Marvel universe of black economy.
Oh man.
But did Dre ever do some restorative healing work after him assaulting all the women, including black women? Like, did he have a track record of other than
No,
saying sorry?
sister, and I had the pleasure of what's the sister D Barnes. I had the pleasure of mutually following each other on Twitter and supporting her more recent return to remind people of what had never been resolved or had been falsely reported as falsely resolved. So, and I remembered at the time it was specifically right after that documentary about Russell Simmons came out.
Mm-hmm.
And where one of my favorite songs is actually Forever Ruined. I'm forgetting the sister's name, but she was in the documentary. She's the one that was behind the scenes and had created what at one point would have been my wedding song. Method Man and Mary J. Blige's remake.
Oh yeah.
Like that was my, like, for real. And then to come to find out that she made that song under duress, had it stolen up from under her while she, you know, the credit taken away from her, the production involvement taken away from her. The sister that brought, like the sister, I'm forgetting her name, but she's the one that had the idea of recreating the classic Tammy Terrell, Marvin Gaye song, putting Mary J. with Method. She like Don King did the whole thing. And then Russell Simmons, because she wouldn't sleep with him, something to that effect. I might not be getting the specifics right, but she was removed from being able to participate and get credit for that song. So when I saw that documentary, I was like, damn it. Now every time I hear the song, I remember this, and it's like, it's unfortunate, you know. And yeah, there was a Russell Simmons documentary, and it was on one of these platforms. It came out a year or so ago, and it's the reason why I think he's left the country. Like he's not in the United States, because
he'll be back. Statute of limitations are slowly counting down, so he'll be back.
There it is.
I know y'all miss him.
I did see a clip of Eazy-E that they did an interview after Dr. Dre assaulted D, and he was like, she got what she deserved, and we'll do it again, because she tried to play us on national TV or something like that.
But it was Ice Cube. But that's the thing. Why didn't he go put hands on Ice Cube? Oh, because that's what they claim. Ice Cube was on D Barnes' show, and he said, "I keep punks or keep something suckers 100 miles of running." So he made a mockery of their 100 miles of running song, and so he attacked her because Ice Cube said something disparaging NWA. But I ain't seen nobody give Ice Cube. Why didn't he give Ice Cube them skippity paps? Like, no, man. To this day, now they playing patty cake again. They cool again. That's some weird shit. Them dudes is weird. You know.
I think I'm having some connection issues. My bad. I think I'm having some connection issues, so I'm about to address that real quick. But this is the documentary.
Too many names in rapid concession.
Right. And Drew Dixon is the sister I was talking about. You see her up here. But that's the documentary. On the Record came out in 2020. It's very powerful and disturbing. But anyway, yeah, and ruined, you know, what should be. And she was also she had also, Drew Dixon, I think she's the one that also had initially discovered, or whatever you say about that, John Legend, and was removed, and because she wouldn't sleep with oh man, I can't, one of them dudes that everybody knows the name. He took her off of John Legend, so she's never been able to benefit financially or credit wise for John Legend's early work, which she should have been able to. So it's costing people their careers financially, of course, everything else, emotionally and physically. And I mean, it's just horrible. And to think that, and and I do think, and I know it's crazy, and I know it's, you know, selfish, whatever, but just to come to realize that so much, whether it's Africa Bambaataa and all that to come out about him, you know, so much in my childhood, you know what I mean? It's like, and so much of that history is just ruined. Never mind the lives of the people who actually suffered. It's just anyway, yeah.
So I worked in radio in Greensboro, and and Fantasia and Rico and their brother and all them, they from High Point. So I knew her before she made it to the space, but when she came back, the first interview she came back off the record, she told us about. So I know y'all remember when I think Jamie Foxx tried to kiss her on national TV or something like that.
No,
Jamie Foxx. I think it was like a Fantasia. There was like a show.
Right.
I think,
okay.
But
yeah,
she said that wasn't even close to the type of ways that almost everybody in the industry come at you. They say that it's almost worse than being a college freshman on campus, because like everybody, the way in which they come at you is like straight vultures.
Weirdos.
Yeah.
Look, I know, you know, Rosa Clemente used to tell me stories about, you know, her experience, even just involved with radical hip hop artists, being on tour with them. We saw the what was it, a year ago when what's the sister's name? Jaguar Wright went on and was, you know, talking about like even what Common was doing to her on the bus, and I mean it's just all this disturbing, disgusting, and yeah, I mean anyway, so it's just a complete and total mess. By the way, speaking of John Legend, at 12 o'clock today, come on back if you can. Dr. Todd Stephen Burrows is going to join me for a special edition of I Mix What I Like to look at the new documentary Loudmouth about Al Sharpton. Which
I don't know his name. I'll be pronouncing it wrong, but him and Dr. Dre, and he made an analogy that said that him and Dr. Dre are two vultures that are sitting on a light post, and he said, but instead of waiting for something to die, we trying to go kill something. And so Dr. Dre was like, yeah, he said, that's what we did with the beats. So they went,
now, I said, you know, how is Dre running to calling out copyright and calling out trademark? How's that not snitching? How's that? If you gangster and if somebody step to you, you're supposed to handle your shit in the street, and you're not supposed to run to the feds. Even if you're a rapper, even if you're a celebrity, even if your gangsterism is just a public persona, because it's 6ix9ine, and who that other dude that's right just got a Gunner. So if you accuse, if you give the slightest hint of snitching, I thought that was it. Your career is over. So is that it? Y'all not gonna listen to Detox when it comes out because Dre snitched to the feds and got Marjorie Taylor Greene deplatformed? Is that not so? Now I'm sneaking that in because so it's Marjorie Taylor Greene's more gangster than Dr. Dre.
I mean, she had a gangster clapback, but I don't know if she's more gangster than the.
Did she snitch to the feds? Who ran to the feds? When the feds came and asked her about January 6th, and then white people running up in the Capitol smearing feces on the wall, did Marjorie Taylor Greene snitch? Oh, he's back. I don't want to talk about this in front of Dr. Ball.
No, I heard. I could hear you while I was getting my internet. I didn't know
that. Listen, she ain't snitch, but she did say if I would have planned it, if me and who were Bannon, she said we would have planned it, we would have.
Right, she doubled down, but you know when I posed that in the
she OJ'd it.
By the way, Geechee, isn't that the same?
You really want to say that, man? You really want to go there? So I'm not going to go there. I didn't know he could hear us.
So, but Geechee, it's similar to what you sent in that clip about Tyreek. Or Tariq Nasheed, I'm sorry, Tariq Nasheed, where the person who made the video was accusing him of snitching, of again repping the streets and claiming gangster this and thug that and banging on the system this and that. But as soon as something pimping, well, he's done all of it. He's been everything. He's been the
pimps get to snitch.
Oh.
Pimps don't have